number one thing that we get asked is, do I really need to hire an experienced SEO company? And I know that seems like a very easy question to answer, because you should be able to say, yeah, of course you should hire an experienced SEO company. But commonly, the more experience you have in an SEO company, the more you charge. And then companies have to make hard decisions about, is it worth the investment? So let's go back to the original question. Do I have to hire an experienced SEO company? When I'm talking about how you're going to transform your marketing, the number one thing that I'm trying to do is develop qualified traffic to your website. That's the number one thing I'm trying to do. So when I start to think about what goes into understanding how an experienced SEO company is going to work, is they need to know those critical factors. How do you develop qualified traffic that's going to convert and generate leads and sales? All right. So that's the number one thing that has to happen. But from the experience standpoint, is that there's so many companies that are specialists in one area or another, meaning that they're really good at web, or they're really good at technical SEO, which I'll explain later, or you know what, they're really good at backlinking. And what happens here is that they're not going to explain to you the critical parts of SEO that are going to be used to establish a comprehensive approach of SEO. And so when I'm talking about an experienced SEO person, I need to know that they've had the longevity in their industry, that they know their craft to understand how Google algorithm changes work, because there's many of them that will affect you and they're not going away. Other things that I'm going to need to know is that, do you understand Google Analytics and how do the numbers work so that you can develop goals and KPIs in your marketing to make sure that your SEO is going to work consistently. And then finally, you know what, there's a nuance of SEO that comes through experience. You know, like they kind of talk about Thomas Edison. It says like, well, what was it like to fail 1,000 times in developing the light bulb? He said, you know what, I never failed 1,000 times. I just learned 999 ways not to do it. Well, our company is around 20 years old. We've been doing SEO for the large majority of that time. And what we've sort of learned is the reason why we succeed for our clients is we've learned about 999 things not to do. And so the benefits that our clients are receiving from us is the fact that we have so much experience going into our craft and into our approach.